What's up, everybody? It's your boy Warrior X215 in the building, and today I am back with the Eden Zero chapter 104 reaction video. The chapter is called "The Woman They Called Pirate." Now, this obviously is referencing Elsie because she appeared at the end of the chapter, and where Ziggy and his four dark, I forgot what they were called, but his new four star shines, where they pretty much was attacking the Eden Zero and pretty much showing their superiority to the four star shines, and how the ship was a better version of it. Those four guys, Clown, I forgot, because Clown and Wizard were the ones who stuck out to me the most. Where Clown and Wizard and the others were more superior than Witch, Sister Hermit, and Valkyrie, or Homer, who was the new Valkyrie, and how the ship and the captain was way better than the old Eden Zero. So Elsie appeared, and I believe she protected the Eden Zero, and she told Shiki that she was going to tell her the truth about Ziggy and why he's acting the way that he's acting. Now, I've seen some people online are saying that they think Ziggy is affected by a virus. Um, that very well could be true. Is I kind of agree with that idea. If it's not me thinking like what I've been saying, how I feel like it's a test, he might be infected by a virus. And we also got the reveal that Elsie was one of the Erosion Seis Galactica, which was a big reveal. But without further ado, you guys want to get into this chapter. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are new and if you guys enjoy the content. And let's get into it. And on the cover page, we have Homer looking scrumptious. The first page we get is Elsie in the bed. Nothing could ever beat this. Spa of Eden, my old friend. So she used to clearly bathe in the spa where Rebecca always is, and where Homer thinks that it's training. Soaking in a warm bath, gazing at the sea of stars. I could almost cry. And Homer is sitting there like this is like the most intense training ever. Um, and then we have Rebecca just looking like dot 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 dot. I hope you're happy demanding a bath the second you board our ship. But why do I have to be here? Something else that happened last chapter that I actually did not like was Rebecca trying to activate her cat leaper to go back in time. I'm glad that she was not able to activate it because I hope this does not become like a plot device for her to use whenever they get into like a hard situation. Because we've never met in person, and naked bonding is the best way to build a friendship. I swear I've heard that somewhere else before. I don't know if it was on One Piece or if it was on Fairy Tale or on Eden Zero, but I know I've heard that before. Besides, I see you've increased your ranks. And she's like, hmm? She said, Elsie Crimson, being a warrior myself, I had heard of your name. Might I request the favor of a duel? Rebecca's like, here? I don't know why she's so surprised because she always trying to fight Rebecca in the tub. And she says, if you like, I'm ready whenever you are. And you accept the challenge? So she pulled out her sword, and Elsie's just looking like, Rebecca's like, could you not at least wait until we're out of the bath? What's wrong? You don't want to fight me? You won't stand on guard? And Elsie says, not necessarily. This isn't just a duel, isn't it? In that case, have at you. And she just charged Elsie, and she stops her sword with her foot. This is a dope panel. Kind of perverted, what you come to expect from Mishima. Elsie is just laying bosom out, with the sword in between her feet. Homer's legs are wide open with the sword coming through. So you know, he Mishima is a perv, bro. And she's like, "What?" And Rebecca says she caught the blade with her toes. And Elsie's just laughing, and Homer is doing all her force to push it down, and it's not budging. And she just tossed Homer like thump, skid, whack. and she's knocked out. Well, not knocked out, but her eyes are whited out. And then she says, "My sword." Oh, Elsie has it now. When did you? And Rebecca's like, "See, she's too good." Homer says, "I'm defeated." Whoa, I've never seen anyone grovel nude before. Said Rebecca. Homer, was it? You're a good fighter. I need much training, but I shall be diligent. Rebecca, would you like to do it as well? She's like, not a chance. And she like, you just whooped Homer up. You think you about to take me out? That's funny. Like the comedy is funny. I think that's hilarious. She said, not a chance, bro. Rebecca really funny. Ah, that was the perfect bath. Hmm? If it isn't Shiki. Rebecca's like he ain't seeing you naked. But Shiki's sulking. What are you doing in the changing room? How indecent, says Homer. He's just like not saying anything. I need you to tell me about Grandpa now. Calm down. Ziggy's not going anywhere. He did go somewhere hours ago. No, he didn't. The sea is connected to everywhere in the cosmos. Meeting room. When they have the meeting room, you know you're about to get some information. It's good to see you, shining stars. Look at you, Elsie. You're huge, says Sister. No filter whatsoever. A pleasure to see you again, Lady Elsie, says Witch. You all know each other, says Pino? We made friends with Elsie when she was a little girl. And then Wade says, oh, right, you said you met Ziggy on his way back from his quest to find Mother. She says, I was a refugee made homeless by war, aimlessly wandering the cosmos when a ship rescued me. Kind of sounds similar to Urza's backstory. We were only together for a few weeks before we reached Granville, but this ship's crew, Ziggy and the Forest Shining Stars, was the first family I ever knew. I'm sorry to hear about Valkyrie. Thank you, says Witch. You were on the ship too, Shiki. You were just a baby, in fact. I even changed your diaper, says Shiki's like. When we reached the sector, Ziggy took you in a space pod down to Granbell's ship. Granbell leaving the ship to me. The last thing he said to me was that one day you would set out into space, and he wanted to give the ship to you. And we, four Shining Stars, went our separate ways. Elsie and Witch were the only ones left on board. I don't know why I just read it like that. Yes, we disguised the ship's exterior and went into sleep mode. But Elsie was just a little girl back then, right? Says Happy. Why did Ziggy leave the ship with you? Yes, I was but a child. But even then, I was skilled enough to challenge Valkyrie. And she just be flexing like, yeah, I was a kid, but I went toe to toe with Valkyrie, the strongest one on the ship besides Ziggy. They're like, what? And Herman says, but it wasn't just that Ziggy had seen the strength of Elsie's heart. He knew that if anyone would keep that promise, she would. But that's only the beginning of M Lady's legend, says mysterious guy who we don't know, but we know he was on the ship with us. And the other mysterious guy who we don't know is speaking right now. He says she can fight, but she can't operate a machine to save her life. She, I'm sorry, I didn't even read the panel, but I know they're like insulting her, but she's just like, is it? All right, so I'm about to read the panel. She never could get the hang of the ship's functions. Eventually, she ran out of provisions. She stole everything. She stole from every port in the cosmos, and the next thing she knew, people were calling her a pirate. Pirate. She's like, booyah. Funny as shit. And Rebecca says, maybe not something to be proud of. Then, 10 odd years later, you and I met again, Shiki. And he's like, okay. And Wade says, something about that story bugs me. What happened to the space pod Ziggy used to take Shiki to Granville? If he had a space pod, then they didn't need that convoluted scam to get off of the planet in the first place. Waze is correct because they were waiting for someone with the ship to come and get Shiki off of the planet since they were all about to die. Good observation, Waze. Good observation. I do have one possible explanation for that, but it's only a theory, says Witch. Sometime after disembarking on Granville, Lord Ziggy built Pino. Then Pino used the space pod to leave Granville. You think I took the pod? With your memory, with your memories are damaged, we can't be sure, but it's a strong possibility. I see. Then Pino went to Norma, where Professor Waits fixed her, and somehow ended up 50 years in the past. Don't worry, we'll fix your memory someday too, says Sister. But back to Ziggy, says Elsie. After I gave the ship to Shiki, I went back to Granville. I wanted to visit Ziggy's grave and tell him I'd kept my promise. But when I was there, I sensed traces of ether coming from his body. It wasn't. Oh, so he was. Wait. She said she went back to Granville. Okay. But when I was there, I sensed. When I was there, I sensed traces of ether coming from his body. It wasn't the ether that belonged to the Ziggy I knew. It was a dark, evil ether. Oh wow. It bothered me, so I used this fairy drone to secretly monitor his remains. What is that? I feel like I've seen that before too. Oh, a little fairy flyweight. And that's how you showed up just at the right time? So you're saying you don't know what changed him either? No, I don't. But the one thing is clear. That is not the old Ziggy. No. He was spouting some garbage about ruling humankind. Peace between humans and droids was so important to him, says Hermit. My fairy heard what Ziggy said immediately after he'd awakened. I'll replay it. I will go see Mother. Ooh, Ziggy looks so evil, bro. Like, whoa. Oh, so they may not even run into him this arc. Whatever this arc will be, we'll call it Return to Granville. So they might not even run to him this arc. They may run into him in the future, in like a future arc. Miss Elsie. So after she told him that, she just left. She's gone. Shiki. I'm going after Ziggy. I owe him my life. And that's exactly why I have to stop him. If you're ready to do, we must be. If you're ready to do what must be done, then come with me to outer space. Master, says Pino. He's like, yeah. Okay, guys, listen up. We're gonna go after Grandpa too. If he's plotting something evil, then I'm gonna be the one to stop him. Rebecca says, yeah. Happy says, aye. And Homer says, I have no objections. And Wade says, we can't just let him go around treating humans like the enemy. And which is not it. But our real goal is to find Mother. I know what I want to wish for. Wish for now. I don't know if she can do it. But Granville's a mess. I want her to put it back to the way it was. So that's going to be his wish. So we're going to find Mother, and when we run into Grandpa on the way, I'll kick his butt. Okay, so I was right. They're not gonna go. They're not gonna fight him now, but probably sometime in the future. And Rebecca says, "I like it," and Homer says, "I must train." Definitely, because Elsie Beecher was just her foot. Wade says, "So basically, we have two goals." Moskowitz says, "Double Moscow." And Whip says, "I will do whatever you ask, Lord Shiki." This is starting to this is starting to get interesting," says Sister, with a sinister smile on her face. And Herman says, I'll need new clothes for our ship, for outer space. I forgot Jen and Colleen were on the ship. They looked excited. Master, I can see it. Dragonfall. Once we make it through there, we'll be in outer space. Let's go. So I'm guessing that's the end of the chapter. Yes. I'm going to say one thing about this. This is giving me very, very, very high One Piece vibes. Like when they first went to the Grand Line and they had to go over that waterfall, and when they came down the waterfall and the boom was there, this is definitely giving me like strong One Piece vibes. Like everybody has a goal. Rebecca's goal is to be the best B-cuber that she can be. Homer's new goal now is to be the new Valkyrie. We don't really know what Wade's goal is, because his goal was to get off Norma. Then he was just stringing along the crew, just going as he pleases, until he met Draken, and he kind of got revenge for his mom being killed. So we don't really know what his goal is yet. I believe he said it was to make a lot of money and see women. I think that was his goal, a very simple goal. I feel like he said that in one of the chapters. And he wants to meet Mother as well. And um, Shiki's goal now is to put Granbell back to the way it was, and also to fix Ziggy. So they each have a goal. Pino and Pino wants to be human. They all have a goal now, and it's really interesting to see if these goals will come to pass. My thoughts on the chapter: it was a good chapter. The chapter, it was hilarious, and we got information on Ziggy and the fact that they sensed a dark ether coming from him. So I wonder if that has any connection to do with the fact that Rebecca has something to do with that, with her changing worlds so much unknowingly. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to more story from Eden Zero. I may start doing Tower of God videos because I am rereading, and I was on the Hell Train Floor of Death, and I read something and it made me want to go back. So I went back to the beginning and I read up, and I'm caught up to the hidden floor now. And I might start doing reactions on Tower of God because it is amazing. Every time I say manga, there's always somebody like, no, it's not a manga, it's a manhwa, a webtoon, or it is a manga to me. To me, and it's really good. So I might start doing videos on like reactions on the chapter. I might drop one and see, how it does in terms of, videos and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's gonna do it for this video. And also be on the lookout for my Detroit Become Human. Um, I was playing that doing like back to back to back, so that's why I didn't post because I was going to post on Saturday, but I didn't because I had to do some running around. Then I was going to do it on Sunday, and I had to do some running around. So that's the only reason why I did not post it. But I will be posting those videos, so be on the lookout for that. And then I might do another try not to laugh challenge. What's the day? I might try to do that on Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. And that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And if you enjoyed the content, it's your boy Will Reacts 215, and I'm out. Peace.